All right. So I can't figure out where my chat is. What the heck? Well, I hope you guys aren't asking questions because I can't see where my chat is. Or whether this is recording or not. But either way, one sec here. Okay. Okay. Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. Oops. You know, I am not 100% sure where my chat is, and I don't know why. Is there no chat? There's gotta be a chat, right? All right. So this here, I noticed that a lot of people, fellow students, have been struggling with the Python D335 in WGU. So all of this content is not mine. I do not own any of this content. Just to tell you now, this is all WGU content. ZyBooks, they own everything. So I'll just get that out of the way. But a lot of people are struggling through it, and I noticed that there's not a lot of resources, and I am one of those who are, there's some parts I'm struggling with and things like that. So I figured if we went through it together, then we might learn a lot better together. Which is why I was also hoping there was a chat that I could see, because could ask questions and stuff. That's so weird. And I'm looking at it and it says there should be a chat. Oh, I see. I see it says that the chat is disabled. That's why. I'm going to end the stream and start over and see if I can get it up and going. I'll be back. Actually, I'm going to keep going because I'm only here for like 30 minutes. And then the next time, you can also post questions and things like that, what you want me to talk about in the next video. Because whether people watch or not, I'm going to make more videos to kind of help me learn as well. And then talking it out loud will help with that. As an example salary calculation. So this is where I left off on ZyBooks. I was going through it, and then I was going to go through some of the tests as well. But basically, I didn't. What my plan is to go through each of these things and try and talk about them out loud and go work through them out loud. So this way, if you're having the same issues as I am, hopefully that helps, or if the explanation helps, or if you wanted me to talk about something else and you give me questions to answer later, or I can reply to you or reach out to you or something. I don't know, whatever. Nobody's going to watch these lives or videos anyway. Let's see here. I mean, these here, I don't even know if we should even go through these tests, because these are pretty easy. The ASCII's arts, really all you got to do is just kind of follow the same concept that's going through here. So like, for example, I can add spaces, add the O. I think that spacing is going to be off. But then we can run it to check to see where the lining is. Right, so this right here is too far to the right. So I'm gonna, that's gonna be too far. Why did it go that far? I'm just gonna space it. So, and then, you kind of just keep going. That looks good. Print, you should already know the basic print. If not, and you need me to explain it, let me know, but we'll do a print here, or an equal here, an equal here. I feel like this equal should be, oops, I accidentally pushed F12. No, get off my screen. There we go. This may be there. That pushed it over, I just realized. Okay, well, this is actually good because I got an error. Why did I get an error? Because I forgot the closing bracket. There you go. There's a lesson learned right there. Let's test it right there. There it is. Why is it? Line 3. So I guess this was good that we did this, because then, like, you can see the basic mess ups. If you didn't catch it already, all I did was I forgot to use the, you can use either single quote or double quote, but I forgot to put the quote on it. I should have already seen that, but I didn't. Yeah, see, it's coming along. All right, just because we've gotten this far, I'm just going to finish this and then we'll move on to the next thing, because I don't want to really do the art stuff. So it looks like it has 3 dashes, 1, 2, 3. Don't forget the quotes. And I think it maybe looks like it's right about there. Why am I forgetting things? Holy crap, dude. I don't like it there. So we'll go there. I don't like it there either. Yay! See, that's more fun and a lot better. See, It's a cute little kitten. All right, we're moving on because this is dumb. Well, you can play around with it if you want. I think it's dumb. I think it's cool. It gives you where you can create your own art. Basically, a lot of just prints. I mean, this one here, you know, it's not the same exact tree, but you can always like, you know, do that. Delete the 2 at the end. It looks like here. You know, just kind of play around with it. But if that's something you want to do, see, there it is right there. There you go. Okay, so let's move on to the next thing. Okay. All right. This section has been set as optional. Activity will now show the scoring. Okay, so looks like this is just kind of like you can play around with it programming. So like it looks like, okay, it gives you a section where you can put in something here like an input. So like if I hit 5, but what we can do is something like this. Let's say like a common one that I always see when practicing input output is like, you know, age. Over the 18, you're old enough. Under 18, you're too young. Like that type of thing. So we'll do that. So there's a couple ways we can do it. I'm going to separate it so it's easier. You. Right? And then what we'll do is we'll create a variable age and we'll take in an input. So we'll do int for integer and it'll convert their input, whatever they input, we'll convert it from a string to an input because anything you put in, so if I were to do this, if I were to do input, like that, and take in the input, and then let's say I do type. So I'm going to show you what type it is, and it'll come back as a string because it automatically takes it as a string. Age type, because we want to put that in a variable. So we'll put the type of what type age is in a variable, and then we'll print out that variable. I like using double quotes or single quotes is a matter of preference. I personally like using single quotes, but that's a matter of preference. So we'll say age type, and then just for kicks, I want to show you this real quick. So how old are you? You're going to input 5, or I'm going to input 5. I'm going to take the age type variable, and I'm going to store the what type the input is into age type. And I'm going to print it. So let's remove that quote because we don't need it, and let's see if it works. Okay, so see, it comes through as a string, but what we want is to take that input and we want it to be a variable. I'm sorry, an integer. This can be pretty important down the road with, you know, complex programs and things like that, or just different types of programs. But for now, we will do this, and now we'll run it. And it changes it into an integer. It's just a little fun thing for you there. Oh, but the purpose of what I was showing you here was that you can play around with this. They allow you to play around with this so you can do your different things that you want to do. Like if I were to do if age is less than or equal to, no, if less than 18, then I want it to print you are too young. And then I can do elif. I believe it's elif, not else if, like in other languages. Let me double check and make sure, because I don't want to tell you something and it be wrong. Actually, you know what? Let's just do it, and if it has an error, that's how we'll learn. So I remember it being elif, as in else if. From when I was practicing C#, I know it's else if or something like that. We'll do print. Well, yeah, okay. You are old, sorry, I just had a random thought, like, okay, well, what happens if they're over 18? But we'll test that. And if there's an error or anything like that, then we'll go through it, and that's how we learn. So what I got here is, if age is less than 18, you have to put this colon here at the end of that. Print, you are too young. Else if, or elif, print, you are old enough. So obviously if they're over 18. But with this elif, before I forget, I believe we have to tell it else if the age is greater than or equal to 18, oops, then it'll print this. So let's test it. How old are you? 5. You are too young. What happens if I put 17? How old are you? You are too young. Okay, well, I might be 25. How old are you? You are old enough. So a simple if statement with taking in the input. But this is the practice area that you can kind of mess around with, like I am here. I guess if you want to practice together, we can do that my next live tomorrow. We can practice together. I've actually never practiced programming with people. It would be fun, I think. But let's keep moving through the ZyBooks. Since I only have a short time today, I think we're just going to continue through the ZyBooks until I have to leave, and then tomorrow is when I'll do the practice tests, which, if you don't know, in your ZyBooks, you can scroll all the way down and look at the practice tests and do the practice tests here. Which the practice test is something that I would recommend you continuously do, like every day in the morning or in the afternoon after studying or something, because the tests will be very similar to the assessment itself. Okay, so, and we'll go through those tomorrow. But for right now, we'll just continue on until it's time for me to go, and then continue tomorrow. I really wish that I had a live chat right now, and I apologize that I do not. Okay. Training basics. What's this section? Have I done this section already? 2.13. Oh, it's a lab. Okay. All right. As a live platform can be used without training, a bit of training, blah, blah, blah. Welcome to Advanced SciLabs. This training lab demonstrates some of the primary functions within Advanced SciLabs. To start, click on the earmarked page icon on the upper left of the ZyLabs editor to open the files pane, which lists all files within the current workspace. Notice that main.py is labeled with a padlock. What is it referring to? So referring to this. To start, click on the earmarked page icon on the upper left of the Zylabs editor. Oh, I think it's talking about this. Okay, so yeah, so it's showing that there's a folder here. So notice that main.py, which is this here, is labeled with a padlock. Files labeled, is this just teaching us how to use what we already know? I mean, we know to run it. We know to submit it for the grading. So now click on, oh, okay, it's just telling us how to use it. So basically what it comes down to is you won't be able to edit the main folder. You want to run the code first, make sure that it works, and then submit it for grading. Here, let's stop that. I just want to make sure it doesn't also tell us what we're supposed to be doing. So files labeled with the padlock and contain program. Yeah. Next, click the plus icon on the top of the file pane to create new text files. Name the text file hello.txt. Within the new text file, enter the following hello world. So is that the test? Is the test to add this, do hello, hello.txt, and then within hello.txt, hello world, exclamation. Okay, now run the program. So this is the little practice. Okay, so run it. And it's supposed to do something. Run button, the console window. I wonder if it's wanting me to go back here and then run. All right, let's read it. The console window just below the editor window is where program output, if any, will be shown. The console is also where input can be entered. Should a program, oh shoot, I just realized I gotta go. Okay, this was a fun 23-minute thing, but we'll continue later on tomorrow.